Hi everyone, this is Blanca. Boy, did I go orchid shopping. Ooh boy, look at this. Very nice. I was feeling so happy, and I was also feeling really guilty. Not only did I go orchid shopping, but look, I have an unboxing. So it's from Natalia. Just one more orchid, and honestly, I don't remember what's in the box or what I ordered, so I'm anxious to get into it. But yeah, I was saying that I was feeling guilty, and on the way home, I said something to hubby about it, and he said, "Don't feel bad about it. That's okay." He goes, "You saved me some money," and I said, "What? I did? Did I missed an orchid? Did I leave something behind that was costly that I wanted and I didn't get?" He said, "No, no, we didn't go to Redlands this year." And that would have been room and board and food and, like 3 days to be out there or 4 days in Miami. And who knows how many orchids I would have brought home. So he says this was a money saving thing for him. So, my guilty feeling, it disappeared. And then I started feeling cheated. All right, on with my video. This year all the Orchid Society shows have been canceled due to the virus. And our Orchid Society, Florida West Coast Orchid Society, had originally planned a trip to Miami, Redlands, and that, of course, didn't work out because the show was canceled. But our president of our Orchid Society, Brett Allery and Ruth Allery, they planned a nice trip. It's a caravan of vehicles, and we all drove our own vehicles to go visit 3 orchid nurseries about 2 hours from us in Apalca, Florida. And I went crazy buying orchids. I had such a wonderful time. I met some new friends too. And I want to say thank you to Brett, Ruth, Karina, and Leslie. I'm sure they all had their part in putting it together. And there was maybe about a dozen people that went. So it turned out very nice. But the first place we stopped at was Ecuagenera. And this was my first purchase. Ta-da, there it is. And no, it's not blooming, and I don't know if it's blooming size. The girl at Aquagenra told me it was, but okay, I am back. I didn't remember, well, you know what? I forgot where I was at. My battery died. But the girl told me that, I think is what I was saying, that this was blooming size. And after I looked at a few videos, I didn't think it was. And I saw this orchid, it featured in Terry's video on TD Moore. And it wasn't in bloom, but he showed a photo of it, and I fell in love with it. So I remember the name. And the girl at Ecuagenera had a picture of the orchid. And I'm going to insert a picture of what the blooms look like that I got off the internet. But her name, and let me zoom in on it. There's the name, and and to pronounce it, I got a little cheat sheet here, and it is a Neomoria wallisii. Yeah, I read some of these tags and I start stuttering. But anyways, this one here, I thought I better get it because it was the only one they had. And when let me turn her around, and when I looked at her, she has a new growth right in here. Right there about the middle of the screen, she has a new growth. And like I said, it was the only one they had, and I'm going to keep her because she is a cool, well, not cool, it says intermediate to warm grower. So I'm going to keep her on the north side of the house where I keep my shady orchids. And the second one I picked up over there at Ecuagenera was this one here. Let me bring her down. And it's a Encyclia cordigia white. And I have this orchid, but I'm ashamed to say that mine had two pseudobulbs and one died, and then it started growing a new one, and that turned black. I think I got water into the new leaves, so it's not doing very well at all. So this one's really nice. It's larger than what I have, much larger, and she's got this new one here and that new one here. So I'll insert a picture of her blooms. They had some there that were already spent. The orchid was already dying, but I didn't want one with the blooms on it. So I picked up this one. And the last one. Okay, and the last one I picked up is this one. This one was in bloom. They had several Cattleyas that were in bloom, but I really fell in love with the lip on this one, all the striping and the pattern, and just loved it. And what I love about this orchid, it's the shape of it. I love those star-shaped orchids. And she looked pretty healthy, and you can see in the pot down there, she's got like a new lead there and some nice roots. And she is, I'll share her name. I think she's a primary hybrid. I couldn't find too much information on this one. Let me zoom in on it. No, I'm not going to pronounce it because I know I'm going to butcher it. But she is a Cattleya intermedia by Cattleya maxima. So I'm really happy with this one. All right, let me take a break and I'll bring out the next group. The second nursery we stopped at was Crawlsmith, and I picked up 2 orchids there. And this was the first one. They were both blooming, and I've been wanting this orchid for a long time. It's a tenebrosa. And you know what I noticed? I just noticed that I don't have a tag, but I'll make one up. I know what she is anyways. She's absolutely beautiful. And again, it's another star-shaped orchid. And I love the pattern on this one too, the inside, the striping. And this one was rather expensive, but everywhere I went, they were pretty pricey. Everywhere I've seen them. So where's the other bloom? Here's the second bloom. Very pretty. And I didn't feel too guilty because at first I did, but then my husband, I mentioned to him I felt so bad. I spent quite a bit on this orchid, and I'll tell you what, it cost me $75. But they were all, everywhere you look at, that's the price unless you get a seedling. But you know what I liked about this one here? Let's turn her around. She has some nice roots, and she has 2 new growths. Look, this is a nice growth here, and there's another one there. The other ones didn't have that, so I settled for this one. But now that I'm looking at her, I'm seeing something I don't like. So I'm going to have to get the scissors out and do some surgical procedures. You see that leaf there, that leaf tip? I don't like that, and I don't think it's sunburn. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to go ahead and cut off like an inch below that and put some cinnamon on it because I don't want that to spread, so I'm going to do that immediately. Now let me go on to my next orchid. Okay, and the second one I picked up, I fell in love with this. I believe someone, Sonia, picked her up and looked at her, and I don't know if she asked about it or what, but I saw her put it back, and I was eyeing, and I said, oh, I love that orchid. So I walked by it after she put it back, and I said, well, she didn't come back for it. I think I'm going to get her. She's so pretty. I love the spots, the colors on her. Really beautiful. And she has 2 blooms. And here's her second bloom. Where is it? Oh God, where is it? I can't see, the sun is here so strong. Oh, here it is. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, and I forgot to say that this one here, oh my gosh, she smells really pretty. I love the smell. It's a flowery smell. And on this one here, her name, let's see, she has a tag. Oops, I got cinnamon all over her tag, and you know what I was doing. And there's her name. Absolutely beautiful. And then from there we went to the last place. And the final place we went to was Orchids in Bloom. And this is her name. And she's a beautiful orchid. But you know what? I think I'm going to have to bring her down to show you her blooms. Yeah, hold on a second here. Okay, here are her blooms. It's a little breezy out here. But the lip here, this will open up. And I'll show you what she'll look like. Except this one's colorful. See how pretty the lip is? The other one doesn't have so much. But let me show you what she'll look like when she opens up. Like that. Pretty interesting. And she also has kind of that star shape that I like. And she's a nice plant. She's got 2 new grows. And the next one. And the second orchid I got at Orchids in Bloom was this one here. Sea Breeze Blue. She's not in bloom, but she has 4 buds. Right there. And the reason I got this one, well, as soon as I spotted it, they had one that was already in bloom with 2 big orchids and star shape again. But the reason I spotted this one out right away was because when I looked at the blooms, I remember Natalia's mother, Irina, shared this orchid that she got for, I believe she got it for Mother's Day, and it was in bloom. And it was absolutely beautiful. She shared it on Facebook, on Florida Orchid Growing, and I could not forget the blooms on it. How beautiful! And I even asked her if she was selling it. Of course, she said no. But I'm looking forward to the blooms. And it's not the, I believe that will be her first blooming. But she also has a nice new growth back here. So she looks like a pretty happy orchid. I'm happy with her. And the last one. And the very last one I picked up is this little Vanda. It's so cute. One of the girls that was with our Orchid Society, she found this little Vanda that was in bloom, and it was so pretty. It was small, but the blooms were small, but they were white, and they had the prettiest deep dark purple lip. And monkey see, monkey do. I wanted one, and I asked Pam, she owns the nursery, if she had another one, and she goes, yeah. And she went back to look for it in the Vanda room and came back with a solid white one. And I said, oh, it's so pretty, but it doesn't have the purple lip. She goes, yeah, I you know what, let me go look. I think I have one left. I know I do. So she went back in the Vanda room, and she came back out with this one here. Here's her tag. It's not in bloom, but she goes, it's not in bloom, but look, she says she's got two plants in one. Do you see the baby there? The Kiki. And she looks good. And by the way, she came in this nice little pot with the hanger on it. So she was well worth it. So I'll show you a picture of the one that was in bloom. Well, it's not the same one. I'll take it off the internet. It's actually beautiful, beautiful orchid. Anyways, we had such a fun time there. And next month, Brett said that he will plan this again. And a caravan. It will be here in Pinellas County, so it'll be a lot closer to me. And I think they have planned to visit 4 orchid nurseries or orchid vendors. And I plan to attend. And we all behaved really good. We all kept our mask on the whole time. And Karina brought some homemade cookies, and we really had a great time. It was nice to get out. I really enjoyed it. Well, this is the end of the video, everyone. No, it's not. I have an unboxing. How can I forget? I've been looking forward to it. All right. Okay, I thought I'd save some time and do the unboxing. You don't want to see that anyways. But a lot of viewers that have asked me, where do I get pots from Natalia? And you can find, she has a store. It's the online store, and it's called just One More Orchid. You can also contact her via her email there. And if you go to her Etsy store, she does have a YouTube channel too. But if you do go to her Etsy store, keep checking it because she updates it, but not daily, because it takes a little bit of time to cook up these beautiful pots. All right, let's get on with them. These are the ones I ordered. The first one here is this cute, oh, absolutely, it's got little feet, look. Cute little pot. I just love it, and I think I want to put a phalaenopsis in here, and let me show you the inside. There's all the little holes it needs to breathe. Look at that, very nice. Love this little pot, even like the colors on it. And the next one, this one here, I just love this one. I love that light pale blue with the beige on it, and just one more orchid, and lots of little holes. This one is a little smaller than the one I have up here, and I'm going to show that one to you now. It's the same type of pot, but it's a little bit smaller, and it's just like this one here. This purple one that I just absolutely love, and my orchid loves. And let me show you something. I got a traveling root. Do you see it under there? That's the first one making its way. There'll be more to come. And here is the third one. Another beautiful one. Look at this. Very nice. I love this color, this teal color. And it's blue and teal. Lots of drainage hose. I am not sure what's going in here, but probably a cattleya, because those are my favorites. And you know what I like about these pots? They are clay, but they're not heavy like terracotta clay. But I mean, they have a nice weight to them, but not as heavy. She really is. Natalia's really an artist at clay. And I'm not sure what else she's pretty good at, but I'll tell you what, I picture her working on her clay pots, and she's sitting there, and her hands are deep buried into the clay, and the table is spinning, and soft music in the background, and then Patrick Swayze. Oh, no, wait, that's just a movie. Natalia, I'm giving you something to dream about, huh? You know, let me also share with you, not all my pots are expensive. You know, I really love this thing about, I love eating and living indoors. So I can't afford to buy expensive pots like that. I stick to my budget. But look at these pots here. Aren't they nice? And these are from the dollar store. They're $1 pots, and I'll show you how I use them. These little hangers here, these plastic hangers, you can buy them at any nursery, any garden center, and they come in different colors and different length, and they usually sell them in a pack, but they're very strong, and they're inexpensive too. So I use these with my dollar pots. These are the pots from the dollar store. You see this lip? They have to have a lip to work. See the lip? And now it's the same one there. But what I do is I put this part that is turned back in, do you see that? Into the lip here. Oh, my fingernails, I was eating mangoes. And I put it in there, and I'll tell you what, these hangers are very strong. They can support a pot with dirt and a plant and who knows what else, maybe rocks inside the pot. But what I also do is on these dollar ones, they come with this saucer in here. And what I do is I take a screwdriver and I pull this away because I don't need that saucer. And then I take my my hot tool. It's a rod. I think it's an iron or something like that. It's called. And I go ahead and I put in extra hose in there so that it'll drain. And I'll show you. I have some orchids already potted up in these, so I'll show you. Okay, here's an orchid I have potted in one of these dollar store pots. And let me bring it down. Okay, here she is. She is a Aquagenra, Susan Fender, cinnamon stick. And this is a really beautiful orchid. It hasn't bloomed for me yet. I think I got her over a year ago, and I put her into this pot. And she's doing really well in that pot. And what I do is I put in extra little hose in it for drainage and for air. And do you see what I mean about the hangers? How I use them? The hangers, I put the part that folds up in here under the lip. See that? And it works really well. It supports them really good. And honestly, just three, these hangers just have three parts to it that hold and support the pots, and they're strong. Also, what I do is, I think I showed you that I pull the bottom cap off and I put extra hose in it. And the bottom cap, let me see if I'll show you what I did with it. On this little orchid, you know, I can't set my little plastic pots in my pergola because my shelves are, do you see, they're wooden shelves, and they'll blow over, and they're not very straight, so they'll definitely fall over. So I prefer to hang them, and that's how I hang them. This is the bottom base of that purple pot, and what I did is I also put some little holes in here so I can put the hanger on it. This is a short hanger. And no matter how much the wind blows, this pot's staying pretty firm in here. It's not going anywhere. And do you see where I put the hole in it? Let's see if I can get a better view. There. And then I put extra hose for drainage in the saucer itself. These days, a lot of us are not eating in restaurants. Oh, I miss those days. But if you order out, the food comes in those containers. And everybody knows to use these for orchids. And you just also, with the iron, put extra hose in it. I had a nice orchid growing in there, but I think I overwatered it. And do you see her buds? She had 2 of them and they blasted. But what I do with these containers, the lids, let me show you how I use the lids. Okay, I don't know that I could get back in there, but I have an orchid back there in a plastic container, and she's a Saigo, and she tips over too because she's a little top heavy, so I use the lid and I put some extra hose in it for drainage. And do you see how I use the hangers on the curvy lip there? It's another way of supporting my orchids that I want to hang. Okay, and another cheapy way to hang my pots, my small plastic pots, because sometimes I don't need to repot them, and if I do, I repot them back into another plastic pot, like those square ones that fall over all the time. They're small, and let's see if I have one around. I'll show you in a minute. I have one around. I use this chicken wire. See this? My husband cuts it up for me the size I want, and you have to wear gloves. And then all you do is cut out the square a little bit bigger than the base of your pot. And then again, oh, and he turns these rough edges. He flips them back with a tool. See? Let's see if I can show you. See those pointy edges? They can cut you. So he turns them back with a 2, real easy. He flips them back, and then again, it's easy to attach them with this. And I'll show you a pot that I have hanging up with the chicken wire. Okay, here's a sample. This is a really small little pot. This is my BC Florida stars that I got from Florida Suncoast Orchids. And look, it's a little pot. Look, there's no way I'm going to be able to stand that up anywhere unless I put it into a bigger pot. And she's going to blow over like this by herself. So, see what I did with the chicken wire? Use the hangers. And do you see right there? Just shove it in through there. Here's a better view. There, see? And you see how these are, well, I think these are cut back, but I have some that he bent back. But it works really nice for holding up orchids. Now, let me go clean up the popcorn. Gotta go. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching my videos. Well, I'm back. Hubby came out to tell me, and then he ran into a mess in the screen porch, but he came out to tell me very nicely, hey, you got another box here. Let's just say he said it very nicely. So I have another unboxing. Oh, look, this is much easier to clean up. It's newspaper, but it's wrapped very nicely. Look at that. I bought this on eBay from a vendor in Trenton, New Jersey. So let's unwrap her. Oh, look. Easy peasy. All cleaned up. No mess here. But look what I just got. Oh, my goodness. Look how beautiful. Oh, I love those little roots. They look like baby feet. They're chunky. They're so cute. Oh, here. You know what? I think I'm going to show you a picture of her bloom because I bought her from a vendor on eBay, and he has a photo of her bloom, and it looks like a small plant, doesn't it? But it's bloomed before. Do you see that? So I think he even wrote on there, finished blooming. So I'll show you a picture of her bloom. And I'm afraid it looks a lot like, ta-da. But that's okay. That's okay with me. I like that. Here's her label. That's it, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh boy, I'm just admiring how beautiful this orchid is. Uh-oh.
Blanca, what the? Clean this mess.
I'm coming. Ooh, not a fun job.